Hi, everyone. Welcome to AAUW California Public Policy's Proposition 50 and Get Out the Vote Guide and Toolkit for 2025. My name is Missy Miseko. I'm one of the directors of public policy at AAUW California alongside the wonderful Amy Hom. I'm here today to give you a brief overview of the resources we've created for you this year to help you with your 2025 Get Out the Vote efforts. So I'm going to walk you through some of the tools we created and how to navigate through them. But for the very first thing, I would like to encourage all of you to conduct outreach for the special election on November 4th, 2025, and to educate voters on the positive impacts of Prop 50 with reliable, nonpartisan information, and that's the goal. If you're new to AAUW, you should know that normally AAUW California publishes official recommendations to support or oppose propositions, but this year we were advised by our national organization to not make a formal recommendation about Prop 50. So instead, we're asking anyone who is acting as a member of AAUW California or anybody that wants to take a more nonpartisan position to disseminate information-centered messages to voters with the goal of increasing their awareness of the potential impacts of the passage of Prop 50 for all Californians. In an environment that's so hyper partisan and filled with misinformation, you really can make a difference by providing California voters with trustworthy, fact-based information, which is really currently missing from a lot of the public discourse. And that information includes that supporting Prop 50 is a nonpartisan move to preserve wider democratic norms in California, to oppose Project 2025 implementation in California, and something that would allow AAUW California in particular, as well as other organizations, to continue to advance public policy priorities and organization missions that are around gender-based equity and social justice for all. So if you're interested in working with us to get out the vote, let's get to how you can navigate the resources that we've prepared for you. So first, let's begin with the resource itself. So I'm going to share my screen to show you a little bit about the guide that we have created. So this guide is available to you. The links will be all over the place, right? But you've already navigated your way here. So let's begin with the landing page itself. This is the landing page for the guide, and here you'll find links to each resource. They're organized generally based on what you want to do to get out the vote. Are you interested in general outreach through writing, social media, and flyers? Then you want to look for a resource that has a why in that first column. If you are interested in accessing tools that will guide you when you talk to people in real time, then you want to look for tools that have a why in the middle column. And if you're looking for specifically Prop 50 information, then you want to make sure that you see a why in that third column. Some of the resources have multiple whys in multiple columns, but that's generally how you navigate. On the landing page, you'll also find a description of each resource. So make sure you scroll all the way down because we've put together quite a number of resources for you. If you click on a link, it will take you to a particular resource. So let's take a look at the messaging guide. So if we get to the messaging guide, what do you see? You can scroll down, you can see all the different kinds of guidance that you might have on these particular, on an individual resource. And when you're done looking through the resource, you can navigate right back up to the top. And here you'll see a return to overview page link. You click it and it'll take you back to the original guide. So to navigate with these resources, you can also use the tabs in the left-hand bar. So over here, the tabs align in the same exact order as the links that are on the table. So you can also click, for instance, if we wanted to go to the messaging guide, you can click here. It takes you to the messaging guide, and then you can either click up here to return to the overview page or go back over to your tabs and go to the welcome page at the top. So this is the overview itself, and there are a couple other things I'm going to highlight for you before I let you go and enjoy all the resources. If you're a member of AAUW in particular, be sure to check out the branch checklist. The branch checklist can help guide your Get Out the Vote activities. So let me take you down to the branch checklist. This checklist can help you guide your AAUW activities, your Get Out the Vote activities. And if this seems like a lot, right? If you are a public policy chair, if you're a president, or if you're just a standing member, it gives you specific dates and deadlines and points you to specific resources and tells you how they might be helpful. The other thing that I will point out is the branch resource, right? The sign up sheet. So this is a sign up sheet where you can let us know a little bit more about how you'll commit to getting out the vote in this very critical election. If you are at a branch level, we have a downloadable version right here that you can download. You can take with you to branch events. You can get people to sign up, and then you can email those to us so that we have a sense of what you're doing. Or you can use this online form right here. You click on it, and then you can simply fill out an online form. So if you have any questions about all of these resources, you can also, right here at the bottom of the landing page, you can ask me or Amy directly by stopping by during the AAUW California Public Policy Office Hours, which we're going to hold from 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. Pacific on Fridays through mid-October. You can also email us at publicpolicy, one word, at aauwca.org. Finally, I would like to thank you all in advance, all AAUW members and all individuals and members of any other interested groups who might be accessing these resources. I would again like to thank you for doing this outreach work for the special election in California on November 4th, 2025, for giving potential voters all of the information they need to register to vote and cast their ballots, and for committing to educating voters on the positive impacts of Proposition 50 with reliable, nonpartisan information. Any small action can make a big difference, so thank you.